happens to people is that they feel like their faith is less if they ask for help. At the end of the day, you're the one who's hurting more than any other person that might say they're praying for you, they're praying with you, they can help you. Talk to me once every Sunday. Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ibifubara and this is a mental health, wellness and lifestyle channel. If you're coming here for the first time, I'd say welcome. Please subscribe, like, share, comment, do everything YouTube for me. And that's if you like the content that I provide. And if you're returning, I just want to say thank you for returning, and I hope whatever brought you back helps you to stay. And if you're returning but you've not subscribed, please subscribe to my channel and let's grow together. Today we're going to do a chit chat, get ready with me, and this is my first CC GRW. Yes, that's it. I wanted to do this because I saw something online yesterday and I was like, I don't think I'll sit down to do like a video about it, but I'm doing my makeup, so please, this is not makeup channel, so you're not going to see gang makeup, just regular going out makeup. So I'm doing my makeup and I was like, okay, let me just talk about it and yeah, also hear what you guys think. And this was born out of a post I saw, actually a couple of posts I saw, but mainly a post I saw on Jackie Hill Perry. She posted on Instagram. I'm going to put it on the what do you call that thing, on the screen for everyone to see. But basically she was talking about perinatal depression and just how everybody knows about postpartum depression but do not know about perinatal depression. So perinatal depression is basically depression or clinical depression that is experienced before or right after the birth of a child. So postpartum is usually like after the birth of the child only, and well, sometimes immediately after, sometimes a couple of days after, a couple of months after, you know, but perinatal is before. So during the course of the pregnancy, some women experience or go through depression, and not just sadness but deep states, like actually clinically diagnosed depression. And this is caused by so many reasons. Anyway, so let me just give a brief summary of what she said. So she was talking about how she's wrestled and prayed and processed about if she should make this kind of post, but she has. So I've wrestled, prayed and processed about if I should make this kind of post, but now I feel compelled to say something about perinatal postpartum depression. Maybe 3 or 4 months into my last pregnancy with August, I noticed a subtle shift in my mood. I was highly irritable, which isn't anything special as it relates to me, but there was a different edge to it. I was angry at everything too. Underneath it all, although, was a perpetual sadness. The best way to describe it is this: every day was without hope, or at least that's what it felt like. One day I called the nurse line at the hospital I was going to deliver at. I needed something to help me understand why I felt as I did. In all of what she said, she didn't leave God out of her journey to going to see a doctor, and also she did not just wake up and say, oh, I am going to see a doctor. No. It was something that she prayed about, she thought about, she consulted Holy Spirit, like, you know what it is like in the Christendom, yes, being like that, and she went to see them. So this post, basically, I'm just going to be talking about how a lot of people feel or believe that they cannot pray depression away, and a lot of people feel that they can pray depression away. Like I said, depression is not random sadness. As a psychologist, I'm very aware that there are times where people struggle with their mental health. And when I mean people, not just like people that are not religious, but people that are deeply religious and believe that God heals everything. Sorry, my mirror is here, that's why I'm looking at here, but I'm talking to you. But people that believe that even as something as simple as headache, God heals. And yeah, there are 2 types of people like that. The ones that actually believe that with paracetamol they can cure the headache, and they're the ones that believe that without paracetamol the headache can cure, and they're the ones that believe that sometimes you need paracetamol to cure headache but sometimes you do not. So now, mental illnesses are not just, they're not things that are just surface level. These are lifelong things that you live with, that even while taking drugs, it's not like malaria that, you know, when you take malaria medicine. After some time, the malaria I look silly. After some time, the malaria just it goes because it's healing. But these are things that even with the drugs, like you feel good in that moment, but it's still stuff that you have to manage. Now, for things like postpartum and perinatal, there are things that usually go away because, like, after some time, you're no longer in that period where you just gave birth, or you just, Jesus, I look white in this thing, or you just had your kid. This is, you go to the point where your kid is a toddler and you're resting. Bottom line is that those kind of things, you move past the period and that's fine. But in that moment of feeling that way, you need help. And now this is where your religion, it's like free will comes into all of it. For some people, they believe that because they are religious, or because they believe in God, in situations like that they can just pray and it will go. Again, like I said, it works for some people. But telling other people that they can just pray and it will go is something that can be dangerous. Because now, just because it works for you does not mean that it will work for the next person. Miracles happen. Medical miracles, as a practitioner, I've seen medical miracles happen. I've seen people go from feeling very, very depressed to feeling, God of mercy, I don't know what I'm doing. I need to do this thing off camera. Okay, I need to leave my house in a few minutes, so I'm just going to hurry this up. So I've gone from seeing some people feeling a certain way, and after some time they believe that, oh, it's gone, and they don't exhibit too much of symptoms. Like I've seen that, and a lot of times I believe it has to do with the person's will and not necessarily any extra thing that's occurred, because the human brain is wired in a certain way. Please don't go and quote me that you can miraculously get better. Don't, though. I would deny you, because the truth is that at the end of the day, as a Christian, you should be able to know, or as a religious person, you should be able to know that any God that you're serving obviously puts things on earth here to help you. If God can put things like medical doctors to help you get better when you have malaria, then you should be able to know that it's possible to put psychologists on earth to help you to get better when you have extra issues, like when you're dealing with depression, anxiety, and the rest. So why would you be able to deal with malaria? Why would you be able to deal with malaria but not be able to deal with extra issues? You get? It doesn't tally. Like, if you can go to the doctor and say that, so why is it mental health issue that is more like the thing that you're looking at as the demon? So basically, this is a Christian influencer that sort of like understood, that sort of understood that it's very, very important to use instruments that are kept on earth by the God that she serves to get better. So she also acknowledged that after she had gone to the hospital, gotten drugs, gotten medicine, she felt better. And that's like what is even important about all of this. Like, she was able to show the after effect, even puts a drug there to show it. So the moral lesson of this whole thing, this whole situation that I'm saying, is that at the end of the day, it's important to know when it's time to leave just the spiritual and work on yourself physically. Like, it is very important to say, oh, I have tools, I have instruments here on earth. How can I use it to make myself better? If you eat every day to survive, and you don't always pray for manna. So when you are sick, why do you pray for healing without doing what is on earth? Like, you know how to eat, you have to make money. So you go out, you work, you make money, you buy your food. So why would you do that? Why would you go through that process, but you don't go through the process of getting a psychologist to help you with your mental health? You get, like, why don't you do that? what is demonic about it. So basically, obviously, right now you should know that I don't believe in praying your depression away. You can pray that, oh, depression, anxiety that you're feeling goes away, but while trying to help yourself on earth. Because when you're having the symptoms, yes, God comforts, God stays with you, but like, another thing is that I don't think that if you serve a God, the dude or the babe would want you to sort of be non-factual. You can see hard facts that science has provided with evidence of research and evidence of people it has worked for. Why do you still believe that it will not work? Because that's like what I really want to know. Because like, if you can believe in the supernatural and believe in something beyond what we can all see, so why don't you believe in something that we can see? This is also an opportunity to say, try to not take your people to rehab or mental health services that are, no, okay, let me not say try not to take them, but do deep research if you want to take your person to a mental health service that is run by a church, because you don't know the kind of, you don't know the thoughts that they're putting into these people's head. To be honest, it might not be something that's very, that aligns with the actual practices that mental health practitioners practice. So another thing that some people believe is also that therapists are always going to use very deep, sort of invasive, you know, some kind of treatment that will alter their lives completely, and they're scared of drugs and all of that. So the first thing to know is that some mental health issues do not require you to take drugs. You might just do talk therapy. It's only when these issues go from, you know, just regular, it's only when they alter your day-to-day life in a way that you cannot control, then usually medicine is, you know, introduced into your treatment plan. But other than that, for some anxiety cases, you don't need medicine. You can actually deal with it like that. Some mild depression cases, the same thing. It's only when it gets to a point where it is so uncontrollable, the antidepressants are, you know, introduced, and other type of medication that help with mental health issues. So finally, I'm done. How do I look? As a human being, you know where something is pinching you, where something is paining you, and when it's pinching you in that place, look for anything that is earthly possible to help you. So pray, be led by the Holy Spirit, and if in your heart is telling you like, I want to get help, I can't do this anymore, please go ahead, ask me that you want to get help. Ask me and I will lead you to the place where you want to get help. At the end of the day, you're the one who's hurting more than any other person that might say they're praying for you, they're praying with you, they can help you, talk to me once every Sunday. But you know that sadness of not wanting to be here. You know that sadness of feeling like nobody can help you. I'm just saying that if you have earthly resources, please use them, and yeah, and you actually get what you want if you do that. Please also, if someone is in your care and this person is asking for help, please provide it for them. Does not mean, it has nothing to do with feeling having less faith. I know that a lot of times happens to people is that they feel like their faith is less if they if they ask for help, and that's not true. It doesn't mean your faith is less. It means you're working. So faith without works is dead, right? So you're putting in that works, that is the faith, that with the faith to make it, you know, come to pass. So I think I've rambled enough. This was a very tragic get ready with me. I don't think I did it well, but again, this is just our first one, and I hope that it gets better. Catch you later. It might be a short video because I know I'm going to edit a lot of unnecessary parts out because I was just rambling. Anyway, have a lovely day. Please remember to subscribe, like, share. You know, this is my channel. I really don't do much. I just talk about stuff that might be pressing people's hearts. So if you want to know more, if you want to be more acquainted with me and what I do, check out other videos that I'll be sharing here, and you know, watch out for my next video, I guess. Have a lovely day. Bye.